Hi there everyone, Lara Riggio here, your energy trainer, and today I'm going to share with you a video with exercises in it to help you uncover maybe some of the emotional underlying feelings you could be having and not even knowing that you're having and maybe subjugating that could be causing you to lose sleep at night, wake up at specific times during the night, maybe between 1 and 3 or 3 and 5 a.m., that might cause you to become more irritable at certain times of the day, or that might cause you to feel more fatigue, like not being able to get out of bed in the morning. There are periods of time in the Chinese acupuncture system where specific meridians are more active. So if we look at what time of the day you are experiencing symptoms of stress, like insomnia, like fatigue, like irritability, we can sometimes be able to pinpoint the emotional underlying driver that could be causing this. A lot of times in our lives, we can be stressed, but not even know that we are emotionally stressed because we just have so many other things going on in our lives. And let's face it, we're taught to keep calm and carry on, right? Well, what generally happens is instead of calming ourselves, we just suppress emotions and subjugate them. And then ultimately, what pays the toll over time? Our physical bodies. Our physical bodies are going to let us know if something's not right, if there is an issue that we really need to deal with emotionally. And this is the first step. So I hope that you keep this video on file. I'll go ahead and start. I'm going to take you through each one, but before we even begin, I'd like to see if you feel any stress or tension in your body about anything right now. So you don't even need to know necessarily what you're stressed about, but do a body scan and just kind of scan from the top of your head down through your neck. Do you have any neck tension or jaw tension? Do you feel any constriction or anxiety or stress in your chest or stomach or gut? Any tension in your low back, arms, or legs? Okay, and then we're going to re-rate it after we do this. Ultimately, you're going to want to look at what time frame you're having an issue in and then do that specific exercise. But I also want you to feel the cumulative effects of doing each and every one of these exercises so you can just feel the freeing and releasing impact they can have, okay? So first one I'm going to start with is the triple warmer meridian. This meridian is most active between 9 and 11 p.m. And it's the meridian that elicits a fight, flight, or freeze response, okay? So it's the one that keeps us safe, but if you've experienced some stress during the middle of your day and this meridian never is told that it can relax, it can keep you up at night. The other meridian that can keep you from getting to sleep at night as well is gallbladder meridian. So we're gonna work with these two simultaneously, okay? We're gonna do one set of tapping points and the next. And gallbladder is really about judgment, overwhelm, or being able to assert yourself peacefully on the positive side. So we're gonna go ahead and tap both these sets of points and you'll just see how you feel afterwards, okay? For triple warmer, we're gonna tap the points on the side of your eyebrow, but also under your nose. The ones under your nose are related to large intestine meridian, and large intestine can just help you let go of emotion faster. So we're gonna be tapping triple warmer and large intestine points like this as you think to yourself, I can make sure I'm safe, release my fear, and think more clearly now. I can make sure I am safe, release my fear, and think more clearly right now. Switch sides. I can make sure I am safe, release my fear, and think more clearly now. And then sometimes I like to add, as an adult, I can make sure I'm safe, release my fear, and think more clearly right now. So that's a good one to help you release stress and fear and a lack of safety, okay? Now going to gallbladder, you're gonna tap the side of your face like this and the same large intestine points. So tap these. I am willing to let go of my need to overfunction, calm frustration, relax, and trust that everything that I want can happen in time. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So I am willing to let go of my need to overfunction, relax, release frustration, and trust that everything I want can happen in time. Great. So if you're feeling like you can't go to sleep between the times of 9 p.m. and 1 a.m., you want to tap these points throughout your day. Now, in my blog, I also have that resource sheet which shows you the points that you can hold at night before you go to bed to help you actually calm in that moment of drifting off into sleep. And you're basically going to hold with pillows under your elbows, your one hand on your forehead, the other one on the side of your face like this. And again, resting your elbows on pillows so you can fully relax into this position. Wait to feel strong matching pulses in both hands and your body relax and drift off into sleep. Okay? So now we're going to move into the next set of insomnia exercises. And the liver is most active during the time of 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. So if you're waking during this time, you want to do these exercises during the day, and then the head hold I'll show you at night. So you're going to tap the large intestine point here, but then also find your nipple and go down on your rib cage to tap this liver point. And you're going to tap these points as you think to yourself, I am willing to let go of criticism and to nurture myself instead because it's just more effective. I am willing to let go of criticism and nurture myself instead because it's just way more effective. I am willing to let go of criticism and nurture myself instead because it is just way more effective. Go ahead and switch hands. So, I am willing to let go of criticism and nurture myself instead because it's just way more effective. I am willing to release criticism and nurture myself instead because it's just way more effective. Great. So this is one you want to do during your day to calm criticism and to help to retrain some of the habituated reactions you may be having to stress in your life. Like a lot of times if things don't go well or meet your expectations, find a lot of my clients have a tendency to be critical of themselves in that situation. This can help you release that habituated response. Give yourself what you need to take care of yourself instead, which is ultimately going to help you think more clearly, have more creative ideas about what you can do next that's more in alignment with what you want versus what you don't. So the exercise you'll do at night before you go to sleep, and then if you wake between 1 to 3 a.m., is one hand on your forehead with a pillow under it. The other one's going to rest on your rib cage right here. Again, this picture is in the blog in the free Meridian Guide. Moving on, we're going to look at 3 to 5 a.m. sleep issues, okay? And the two meridians we're going to work with here are both the lung meridian, and the time that that's most active during the morning hours is 3 to 5 a.m., but we're also going to look at the meridian that's across the wheel that's most active between 3 and 5 p.m., which is the bladder meridian. And we're going to work with both of them because they affect one another. So the tapping routine for this that you do during your day to help to calm the emotional issues or drivers for this specific waking time, you're going to tap large intestine again, but you're going to tap a lung point on your chest. So you're going to go in from your underarm and up from your nipple, and where those 2 points intersect is that lung point. So tap that and tap under your nose as you think to yourself, little by little, I can have more faith, let go, and trust that my highest self and my higher powers can guide me. Little by little, I can let go and have more faith that my highest self and my higher power can help guide me. Okay, we're going to switch sides. So now go up from your nipple, in from your underarm, tap here, and under your nose as you think to yourself, little by little, I can have more faith, let go, and allow my highest self, my intuition, and my higher powers to guide me. Little by little, I can have more faith and trust my highest self, my intuition, and my highest powers to guide me. Now we're going to go ahead and do the bladder one, and that is large intestine point here, but then you're going to go right on the inside of your eyebrow. So right on the inside of your eyebrow here is a bladder point. I can release my overwhelm and ground myself in my power to make choices which please me. I can release my overwhelm and ground myself in my power to make choices which please me. I can release my overwhelm and ground myself in my power to make choices which please me. You're going to switch sides, go on the inside of your eyebrow and tap here. I can release my overwhelm and ground myself in my power to make choices which please me. I can release my overwhelm and ground myself in my power to make choices which please me. I can release my overwhelm and ground myself in my power to make choices which please me. That one always helps me exhale. Now, if you're also feeling irritable throughout your day or overwhelmed, that bladder one is a great one for you to do throughout your day as well. So the evening time exercise you do before you go to sleep, or if you wake between 3 and 5 a.m., is one hand on your forehead, okay? And the other one is going to go on that same lung point. So you just put it across your chest like so, and just cover that same point with your whole hand, okay? Again, the resource guide sheet is in the blog, so you can print this out and keep it right at your bedside. Now, if you're having trouble between 5 and a.m. and you can't seem to sleep, you know, even when you want to on the weekends when you have the opportunity, because you're waking up at 6 or something like that, you can use this one, and this is large intestine. So you will tap both points under your nose and just think to yourself, little by little, I can release my attachment and be free. Little by little, I can let go of the need to control and allow things to flow. Little by little, I can release my attachment and be free. Little by little, I can release my need to control situations and allow things to be more in flow. Great. So if you feel yourself being a little more obsessive during your day too and holding on to things and expectations, this is a good one to do. In terms of sleeping, if you're having trouble before you go to sleep, one hand on your forehead, the other one is going to go right here. You're literally going to rest your hand, and I like to do it like that so I can still breathe, with pillows under your elbows, and you'll just rest in this position. Again, if you're feeling, if you do that before you sleep to calm those specific meridians, or if you wake up in the morning, you can just get in this position to help yourself relax and get back to bed and sleep until your alarm goes off versus waking up before. Okay, the last one, actually, oh, I'm sorry, large intestine was actually between 5 and 7. Yep, so if you're waking up at 6, you can go ahead and use that one. Last but not least, and this would be really if you want to sleep late on the weekends, I would think, is stomach between 7 and 9 a.m. So if you're waking up, if you really want to try and sleep till 9 or 8 and you're waking up at 7, you could try this one, okay? So stomach, you're going to tap it with the large intestine point here and your cheek. And you're just going to think to yourself, I'm willing to let go of my worry and begin to trust the process and the timing of life. I am willing to let go of my worry and to trust the process and the timing of my life. Switch sides. Little by little, I can let go of worry and begin to trust the process and the timing of my life. Little by little, I can let go of worry and begin to trust the process and the timing of my life, okay? So at night, if you're having trouble, waking up, you want to sleep later, do this before you go to sleep. One hand here, but then the other hand right on your cheek like that, okay? That same stomach point. And again, if you wake up in the morning, you can get right back into that position, relax into it, and try and fall back to sleep. So those are the ones that are related to insomnia. Now, if you're having trouble getting out of bed in the morning, and that's a real problem for you, You could, when the alarm goes off, instead of pressing snooze, you also can tap your rib cage in the front and the back like this. These are key spleen points, okay? And the time that spleen is most active is 9 to 11 a.m. And you can think to yourself as you tap these points, I can have compassion for myself and give myself the time and space I need to digest everything that's happening. I can have compassion for myself and give myself the time and space I need to digest everything that's happening. I can have compassion for myself and give myself the time and space I need to digest everything that's happening. So that's a good one to do if you can't get going in the morning. Now, in terms of the other meridians, heart meridian is between 11 and 1 p.m. So if you're feeling fatigued during that time, you could tap those. And I would do that with large intestine here, okay? And then also your heart chakra, like so. I'm willing to surrender to love and allow it to guide my choices and actions. I'm willing to surrender to love and allow it to guide my choices and actions. And then just switch sides. So I'm willing to surrender to love and to allow it to guide my choices and my actions. Great. If you're feeling really sluggish after lunch between 1 and 3 p.m., or if you're having trouble making decisions easily or trusting yourself, you can tap large intestine with small intestine right under your cheekbone. I can let go of pressure and focus on what I want now. I can let go of pressure and focus on what I want now. I can let go of pressure and focus on what I want now. Switch sides. I can let go of pressure and focus on what I want now. I am willing to let go of pressure and focus on what I want now. I find sometimes, like after lunch, your body's not only processing food, but now you've got to start a whole second half of your day. And you may feel a little divided inside, which is what small intestine is about emotionally, of whether you want to go on or nurture yourself. This is one way to get back into your power, release any conflict you have about doing what you want to do. And maybe you ask yourself, what is the best thing for me to do right now at my current energy level? And make a choice that honors what you want to do versus what you should do at this time of the day. It will only help you design your day and your schedule to create more effectiveness and better use of your energy at that moment. So we already did bladder. So if you're having issues with agitation or fatigue during 3 to 5 p.m., you're tapping here and here, okay? We covered that one already. Now kidney, between 5 and 7 p.m., if you get home and you're just exhausted, this is what you want to try. So you're going to go on your clavicle, underneath that clavicle, tap that with the large intestine on the opposite side. I am willing to release blame and move forward with love and grace. I am willing to release blame and to move forward with love and grace. Switch sides. I am willing to release blame and to move forward with love and grace. I am willing to release blame and move forward with love and grace. This is also a good one to do after lunch, maybe with small intestine, because it just stimulates your whole detoxification system. Now, circulation sex, our last one. This is a good one if you have PMS stuff going on, okay? Like more emotional reactivity from that. So, under your nose and your heart chakra, as you think to yourself, I can let go of my need to overgive and focus on fulfilling my own heart's needs instead. I can focus on honoring my own heart's needs now. Switch. I can focus on honoring my own heart's needs now. I can focus on honoring my own heart's needs now. All right, let's just re-tap in. Scan your body, just go through your system and see how that feels. I know my neck pain is gone. I feel much looser in my chest. So just see how that impacted your own body. And just know, this was a longer video because I had to go through all these points. The time during the day that you're having issues, like I said, with insomnia, fatigue, agitation, specific anxiety or worry, Go to that specific time during the day and then try to use this isolated exercise to release it. The daily exercise is to release the emotion, and then the evening exercise to help you calm even further so you can get back to sleep. I hope that you enjoy this. I hope it gives you relief. Please let me know in the comments below how this impacts your life. And also, please share it with friends that you know can't sleep, because this has helped a lot of my clients get to the bottom of why they're struggling so much and finally get the rest, calm, peace, and energy that they deserve. All right, so much love, guys.